Welcome to the last in this series of On the Bench. I'm joined by Matt Denson, Tom Reed and Tom Hardy. They've come to join me to just go through all the highlights of this series. But first we're going to look at me playing American football, which is amazing. No. Stu Cox playing lacrosse, and how Matt Denson got on playing futsal. How's your bruise?
It's okay, nearly gone. Thank you for asking.
Yeah.
As if you care.
What was that, 6 months ago?
It was quite a while ago, yeah.
You do end up on your bum quite a lot.
It's trying to balance. I'm not very good at that. Hey, get stuck in there.
Yeah, definitely. What's your highlight of this series then?
If I was to say to you, probably getting a hands-on approach to the cheerleading was quite good for me. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's many things, but that seems to stand out. So I'll take that.
I'm
one.
sure.
Yes.
And Reedy, have you got any highlight of this series?
Yeah. Possibly meeting the fans and both managers of the Grimsby Scunthorpe match.
See,
that
serious
was a
answer.
laugh. That was good.
Yeah, good one.
Yeah.
Hardy, you've been with us a short time. Welcome to the team.
Thank you.
What's your highlight for this series?
Matt attempting to play futsal, maybe.
Yeah, all the bruises.
Yeah, all the bruises. Yeah.
Yeah,
Big contact sport. Big contact sport, isn't it?
What's your highlight?
So cheerleading. My highlight is being on the sofa with you lovely gents every series.
Maybe the skydive.
The skydive was definitely my highlight. That was amazing. Yeah, pretty cool. And also the American football. So we can have a look at how I got on in American football right now. So I'm down here at Grimsby Scorpions American Football Club. On the back of the Zoo Bowl, we just want to find out a bit more about the sport, find out what all the interest is about in England at the minute. It looks muddy, it looks brutal, so I'm going to get involved and see what all the fuss is about. So Dan, if you can just introduce yourself and the club.
Well, my name's Daniel Gamblin. I'm the head coach here at Grimsby Scorpions. We're American Football Club, been set up for about 6 months, and yeah, we're ready to play any teams that want to give us a game.
What was your initial interest in the sport? What got you interested in American football?
Well, it started when I was younger. My dad's a big fan of American football, and we've got family out in Tennessee, so I've sort of been brought up on it since I was, sort of 9, 10 years old.
So for anybody that doesn't know about American football, me, what would be the main differences between other sports?
It's an adaptation of rugby, so it's not really the same as rugby. We do find a lot of rugby players, they sort of go, oh yeah, no, so it's just rugby with pads on. It's not. It's a completely different sport. There is a lot of similarities, i.e. the shape of the ball and the essential progression of the game to get from one end of the field to the other to score. Essentially from that side it's similar, but the actual tackling, the physicality of the game and the proneness to injuries and things like that, it's completely different. Today we're going to teach you how to play centre, which is my old position, and if it's alright with you, you're going to go up against Mabs.
Okay.
You want your feet shoulder width apart.
Okay.
Okay. And you want to squat down, put your hand onto the floor, and stick your bum up.
Right, I can do that.
Okay. All you want to do there is you want to hold the ball.
Yeah.
Okay. And basically you want to do it as a pendulum. So if you're holding it, you just want to flick it. Down. Go. Back.
So what's next?
I'll tell you what, we'll get you tackling into some pads if you want.
Go on then.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm Sean Ward. I used to play 20 years ago when Grimsby Scorpions first started up, and then we moved on to Scunthorpe Steelers, Lincoln Saints, stuff like that, and then it came back, and it's like, I want to be a kid again, you know what I mean?
My name's Steve Hopkins. I'm the offensive lineman and coach. When we went down at Wheelsby Woods, there was only about 6 or 7 people turned up, and now it's progressed into this, which is fantastic to see. And it's building all the time, and this is what we need, and it looks good.
talking about that.
American football then. It's a really interesting sport. I really enjoyed it today. I've done a bit of throwing and catching, tackled a few blokes, and I've really got stuck in. So my opinion would be get involved, get down here, find something for all your skill sets, whether you can run, whether you can tackle, whether you can jump really high, they'll get you involved.
Time it shows, mate. Yeah. Scorpions on 3! 1, 2, 3, Scorpions!
The next VT we're going to show you is Stu Cox playing lacrosse. Remember him, Tom? Stu Cox?
Yes, vaguely. Distant memory at the moment. Yeah, I remember Stu well, obviously. Still speak to him now. And, you know, when we used to record View from Yesterday as a duo, you know, we used to have to do, you know, stop and start, and we had outtakes. And I'm like, how do you need outtakes? It's your own opinion. You can't get that wrong. So we'd be going round and round in a triangle, like, you know what I mean? You just had to restart.
Round and round in a triangle?
Yeah, you just have to restart.
Let's just see how Stu gets on in lacrosse.
You might think of North America if I mention lacrosse, but I'm not in North America. I'm on the North Bank where it is a growing craze. I'm here at Hull Lacrosse Club and I'm going to learn my cradling from my cutting. Two very different things, I'm told. We've actually found the founder of Hull Lacrosse Club, Gareth. Tell us, what is lacrosse?
Lacrosse is a North American sport originally, started by North American Indians in around the 17th century. It's been played predominantly in North America throughout most of its history, but in the late 19th century it started being played in the UK. Started off in Greater Manchester, and over the course of the last 20 or so years it started to spread its wings with more clubs in Yorkshire and Lincolnshire.
And is it growing as a sport in the UK?
Yeah, it's been played mostly by private girls' schools. That's what people most commonly associate it with. It's been played in them throughout the entire time it's been in the UK. The men's side is very much club-based, not very much school lacrosse, but the club's great. The club game and the university game especially is starting to grow across the entire UK now.
Excellent. Thank you for that, Gareth. Right, let's go pick that stick up. Time to get stuck in with the team now.
D&D, yeah. Okay, which is attack and defence. So we're going to do 4 on 4. Yeah. You're going to be one of the 4 in attack. Dean's going to tell you what you're going to do to begin with, and then we'll go into it, alright?
Wow, what an evening. And if you are looking at starting up a sport, then why not start up lacrosse? Hull Lacrosse Club. Just get in contact with Gareth. Here's your man. I've learnt some things, my cutting and my cradling, and I'll certainly look at doing this in the future.
That's all for this half. We'll see you in part 2. Welcome back to the last in the series. We're just celebrating by having a look back at some of our best bits, including Matt Denson here playing futsal, and he developed quite a bruise.
I did, yes.
Yeah, so let's have a look at how you got that bruise.
Futsal. What do you know about that sport? That's what we intend to find out a bit more about today. It's a type of football with different rules and regulations. We've been invited with the crew to come and have a game tonight and see what juniors and seniors, how they play this game. Come and join us. you very much for inviting us down here today. Now, I don't know a lot about futsal. Can you please introduce yourself and explain what we're going to do today?
Yeah, I'm Kevin Bryant. I'm a futsal coach, and I organise the Grimsby Futsal League, which has got about 70 teams playing from ages under 8 through to seniors. Yeah.
So, what are the main differences between football and futsal?
It's a faster game than football on an outside court. It's different to five-a-side work, which is traditional in this country where people are playing off the walls.
Yes.
You know, we're playing to a court, so people have to have a skill set to keep the ball on the pitch. Great rule in the game is restricting back passes to the goalkeeper, so that again keeps the ball in play and forces skill onto the players. Also, there's cumulative fouls, so you can't keep just fouling people.
So one of the major differences from what I can see is the balls. Please explain the balls to us.
In football, we're using a size 5 that bounces. Futsal, we're using a size 4
yes.
that doesn't bounce.
So it's a heavier ball?
Heavier ball, but if you compare, that should be used on an 11-a-side pitch.
Yes.
110 yards long by 80 odd yards wide.
Yes.
That's indoors, 60 by 40.
Team on Sunday as well.
So do you see an advantage in bringing your son down to see this? Because I understand it's a different skill set, is that right?
It is, but it's very complementary as well. I mean, several of the guys down here now play for my team on a Sunday, and you can certainly see the benefits in ball control.
Is this more skillful than football?
It's quicker.
It's quicker. What, with your feet it's quicker?
Yeah.
Or you're thinking quicker?
Everything really.
Yeah. Okay. So
there's no place to hide on the pitch. Yeah. You've got to be constantly moving and been involved.
How long's a half? I never even asked that question. How long is a half?
15 minutes normal game.
Okay. And literally just 2 halves?
This is training, so it's a normal half.
Okay. I challenge you, if you're sat at home thinking, I don't want to do that because I play football, this is skill. You'll learn and take a lot from this sport. Futsal, remember it? Get yourself down and join a local team. Promise you one thing, you'll enjoy this.
From futsal, we're going to talk about the football season. It's been a bit of a roller coaster this season. Hardy, what's your kind of highlights this season?
Of this season, the highlights for non-Man United fans, I think it was Man U not finishing in the top 4 or getting anywhere near.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm
probably.
I'm real happy about that.
What did the Liverpool bench think?
Yeah, I reckon it's all right actually. A bit
Yeah.
of the top end of the season.
The Liverpool bench, right from my side, right. Never seen so many quiet people twittering.
Wonder what he's going to say.
I wonder what he's going to say.
From Man United's point of view. You just don't say anything. When you lot lose, bad losers.
Oh,
That's
rich.
Most fans are out there.
Hold him back.
Rich coming from Liverpool fans,
Yeah.
I think.
We did very well though. Second was great.
Good, yeah.
Yeah, really good.
Yeah,
10 points for effort.
Yeah. And what about Hull getting into Europe?
Very good. Very good.
It's crazy.
It's mental,
The odds
isn't
on
it?
that would have been...
Yeah.
Yeah, what would have been the bet at the start of the season? Hull in Europe.
I know, playing possibly, Inter Milan or Fiorentina, teams like that.
Can you imagine the nights? That's going to be brilliant.
And the FA Cup final, to be fair, they did pretty well against Arsenal.
Disappointing.
They held them up.
That's off to them really well. Really
yeah,
well.
they did brilliant. Disappointing final, wasn't it? But
Well, they've taken a Champions League quality side, 120 minutes.
Yeah.
Not much in it, really.
Yeah, it was good. It was a tight game.
Yeah.
One goal, really, wasn't it?
Well, yeah,
just one
3-2.
goal.
Really?
Just the
What
one,
was the
wasn't it,
score?
Did you watch it?
And what about Grimsby's season as well?
Petered out. That's the best word to say.
Who's Peter?
It's just obviously
done with
all that effort and then the disappointment again of not getting promoted. It's just repeated itself from the season before.
Just seems to be a bit too familiar, doesn't it?
Yeah.
She won those games in hand.
Yes.
I think that gave him a better platform for the playoffs.
Yeah,
Hindsight's
definitely.
great, isn't it?
It is a wonderful thing. Who's hindsight?
I've got a question for the lads. I've got a question. Right, when's our presenter, right, not going to let us down and grow a beard?
Yeah.
I've been trying for a whole year.
When the laser
This
treatment
is my
stops.
5 o'clock. Did you not see me on Eurovision?
Definitely needs a beard.
Good performance on Eurovision.
Thank you very much. The lungs on that. Amazing.
I didn't know he was Austrian either.
Really? Yeah.
He's only trying to get words out.
And what about the transfers this season as well? We've got a bit of a tricky situation with the financial fair play. How do you think that's going to affect it?
Well, it won't affect too many clubs, to be fair, because they're within the parameters anyway.
Yeah. Just City then?
Just the big spenders like Man City.
If they didn't spend money, they've still got a strong backup, haven't they?
Yes,
yeah, of course.
Yes, they have.
So they're still.
Don't we know it?
They've got that sort of punishment of 21 players for Champions League football next season, but that's nothing to them. They've got quality and 16 players that can do it with that.
Yeah. Suarez might go.
No.
I think he will.
Us.
No.
I think Suarez might go.
Why would you say that, Hardy? Why would you do it?
I think Madrid are going to come in, and I think he'll run.
Won't go.
Right then, we're going to have a look at what am I going to have a look at? The bloopers. See, we're not all perfect all the time, you know. We're going to have a look at some of the bloopers. A lot of him, a lot of me, and a couple of Edie. Hardy, we haven't caught you yet, but we will do. Have a look at this when we go wrong.
Who is he?
Go.
What's that?
One-handed.
Matt Denson, take one.
So I'm here tonight at Grimsby Scorpions American Football Club. We're going to see what it's all about. We're going to get involved, and I think you should do too. Get off your bums, get down here in the mud, and let's get involved.
So we're here at Grimsby Town. No, we're not. So here at Blundell Park on a cold December's night.
Yep.
Ah, here come the champions. I've got them singing it now.
Wow. Blimey.
Oh, it's heavy.
That's the McDonald's. A16. Oh, what? Where did that come from? A16.
Did you mean that free kick? Yeah, I just well, basically I went to put it in their post really, but I thought I'd swing it last minute to the far post.
So we're at Blundell Park on a cold, wintry night in December. We're here for one reason. That's the. Oh, you see?
I'm in Spain. Back in the studio.
I'm delighted to help me do it. We've welcomed. Sorry.
Mariners against Irons. Who's going to come out on top?
Sorry.
Who do you support?
Grimsby.
So here we are at Blundell Park on a cold, wintry December evening. Grimsby Town are hosting a Memories.
Stu, any English players that no one's really mentioned before? Shane Long, for example, just run a bit of bridge at
Ireland, so yeah.
Oh,
he's Irish, so he won't be able to play for England. No, like Tom said.
Joining me in the studio this evening to do so are Dan Gamblin from the Grimsby Scorpions American Football Club and Andy Abernathy from Samurai Height. Sorry, Samurai. Did I pronounce your name right?
No, it's Abernethy.
Abernethy.
Right, tell us when.
Stay classy, Grimsby. That's it from us here on the bench for this series. We'll be back with you in September. Until then, goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.